Greetings, my dears. I'm glad a pleasure to have you back for another update on the ongoing saga surrounding the dynamics within the royal family. Recent events seem to indicate that the narrative about Meghan's disinterest in being part of the royal spotlight isn't resonating well, particularly among the circles close to the palace. Let's delve deeper into the situation. It appears that the reluctance on Meghan's part to re-engage with the royal household stems not from a lack of desire, but rather a realization that she might not regain the prominent role she once held. End aim. It's high time for Meghan to come to terms with the fact that her aspirations of reinstating herself within the royal fold might not materialize. Reports from insiders suggest that the Sussex camp vehemently denies any involvement in the revealing book or the disclosure of certain names. However, skepticism abounds regarding the veracity of these claims. There's a distinct impression that this could be a form of retaliation from a former actress who yearned to shine the brightest in the royal constellation. Meghan's assertions that neither she nor Harry played any role in the events unfold like a dubious narrative. To borrow a phrase from the esteemed Judge Judy, it's akin to being told it's raining while someone's urinating on your leg. Meghan and Harry's tendency to treat the public as if they were gullible enough to believe their every word does not sit well with many observers. It's evident that deciphering the situation doesn't require exceptional intellect. Meghan's desire for the spotlight and a leading role within the royals is glaringly apparent. The root of the issue seems to stem from Meghan's expectation of taking center stage within the royal family. There's a palpable belief that she entered the fold envisioning herself as a self-made luminary and philanthropist who would overshadow the traditional stoic royals. However, reality proves starkly different. Refusing to play second fiddle, especially to Princess Kate, who holds a higher social standing as the future queen, likely became a point of contention. The notion of having to curtsy to Kate might have been the tipping point for Meghan. Fundamentally, Meghan's failure to comprehend, or rather her refusal to accept the intricacies of the royal hierarchy seems evident. Her perception that she and Harry, being the most popular royals, should ascend to the throne is preposterous, to say the least. Meghan's conviction in prioritizing her truth, her subjective experiences, over what Harry refers to as the objective reality, illustrates her entitled attitude, bordering on the outrageous. One might shudder at the possibility of comprehending the depths of Meghan's beliefs, considering how outlandish they already appear. A facet that elicits a wry smile is Meghan's possible anticipation that the royals would rue her departure. But why did she harbor such beliefs? Why did she consider herself and Harry so indispensable? Admittedly, they enjoyed a period of popularity upon their entry into the royal fold. However, their own actions, characterized by acerbic attacks and continuous grievances, swiftly eroded that popularity. As the narrative stands, Harry confronts a decisive crossroads: persist in his alliance with Meghan, or for once, demonstrate the courage to prioritize his family over her. His prospects seem bleak should he continue tethered to Meghan and their Montecito escapades. Presently bereft of a career and limited in potential opportunities, relying on dwindling inheritance funds offers only a temporary reprieve. Allegations of imminent financial turmoil loom large over the couple, potentially prompting their contemplation of moving away from Montecito. While they purport a need to be closer to Los Angeles for elusive business prospects, the reality might hinge on their inability to sustain the lavish lifestyle they embraced. The exorbitant expenses associated with maintaining their opulent residence, including staffing and other upkeep costs, might have reached an untenable zenith. Additionally, Harry's unfamiliarity with generating personal income, given his lifelong reliance on familial resources, exacerbates their financial conundrum. Notably, Meghan's purported resistance to seeking financial aid from the royals, despite Harry's inclination, marks a deviation from expectations. Her stance, coupled with a reputation for idleness and opportunism, raises skepticism about her ability to secure stable finances for the family independently. Recent reports attributed to sources with pseudonyms like Scooby-Doo and In Game suggest Harry's willingness to mend the 4-year familial discord, relinquishing his prior quest for an apology. If these speculations hold true, it might represent one of the more sensible decisions Harry has made in recent memory. However, Meghan purportedly expresses dismay over Harry's conciliatory approach, for whom this prolonged feud might be the central axis of her existence. Unwavering in her determination to showcase the royals' erroneous dismissal of her, Meghan remains steadfast in her resistance to Harry's reconciliation attempts, even threatening divorce should he transgress her wishes. This ultimatum, involving a staggering $40 million settlement demand and full custody of their children, obliterates any immediate hopes for a reunion. The inevitability of their divorce has been a prevailing narrative since the inception of their relationship, owing to its inherent instability. The ability of Meghan and Harry to offer mutual support during trying times appears questionable. In the wake of enduring difficulties, accusations and blame games seem the order of the day. While Harry contemplates a return to his familial roots as a solution, Meghan's historical coping mechanism points towards seeking solace in a new relationship. The prospect of her swiftly moving on after finding her next partner, subsequently absolving herself of blame in the divorce scenario, seems highly probable, albeit somewhat delusional. Comparisons between the Sussexes' attempt at a rehabilitation journey, akin to Camilla's trajectory, appear misguided. Unlike Camilla, who received significant support from the palace PR machinery, Meghan and Harry's current public relations strategies seem insufficient, possibly self-managed and lacking the finesse of the royal institution. Meghan's approach to counsel from public relations advisors seems to be absent, marking her initial hurdle. This lack of receptiveness is potentially why she continues to falter repeatedly. Relying solely on her instincts has led her astray, especially in garnering public favor. Longtime royal correspondent Carol Malone, who extensively covered Charles and Camilla since the 1990s, shared a compelling perspective. She remarked that during her reporting tenure, Camilla stood as the most reviled woman in Britain. Public sentiment towards her was overwhelmingly negative, bordering on vilification. She was commonly perceived as a homewrecker, even bearing blame in the aftermath of Princess Diana's tragic demise. There was a pervasive notion that Diana wouldn't have been involved in the fatal car accident if not for Camilla's influence. Malone reflected on Camilla's journey, acknowledging the strategic orchestration by the palace's PR machinery. Camilla's deliberate, gradual introduction to the public eye, starting with her public appearance alongside Charles at the Ritz in 1999 during Camilla's sister's birthday celebration, was a significant step. The palace's slow, cautious approach allowed acceptance to unfold organically without force-feeding her presence. Contrarily, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan, grapple with an issue of overexposure. Their inability to recognize this problem impedes their progress. Rather than inundating the public with elaborate narratives portraying themselves as misunderstood or exceptional individuals, they could redirect their focus. Engaging in substantive charitable work while maintaining a low profile might benefit their public image. However, indications suggest they may not heed this advice. Continuously, articles emanating from Meghan and Harry's camp seem to lack substance. For instance, a recent Express article purportedly confirming Harry and Meghan's invitation to spend Christmas at Sandringham lacks credible sources. The absence of concrete evidence raises doubts about the claim's authenticity. An anonymous source cited their purported strategy for reconciliation, previously mentioned in page 6. Yet, merely desiring reconciliation does not ensure its fruition. It requires bilateral efforts, which, as of now, the royal family appears uninterested in pursuing. Furthermore, a perplexing statement within the article implies Harry and Meghan were pawns in a larger scheme, manipulated by an external force hostile to the royal family. While this theory has circulated for years, attributing ulterior motives beyond Meghan and Harry's grievances against the family raises eyebrows. Allegations of a clandestine figure using the couple to destabilize the monarchy lack substantiation. However, the suggestion hints at a hidden, more complex narrative, contradicting Meghan and Harry's assertion of simply expressing their truth. Speculations regarding a potential association with shadowy figures aiming to profit from the monarchy's downfall might not be entirely baseless. Given Meghan's discontent over not attaining the top position within the royal hierarchy and Harry's historical role as the spare, they could potentially entertain enticing offers to further their own agenda. Their willingness to discredit the monarchy aligns with a hypothetical scenario where they might be enticed by self-serving propositions. While there's no concrete evidence supporting such claims, it remains a plausible albeit speculative tangent. The notion suggesting Meghan and Harry might need to follow a route akin to Camilla's for image restoration poses an intriguing debate. Additionally, their supposed attendance at Sandringham for Christmas stirs curiosity. Your thoughts on whether the couple should emulate Camilla's path and on their probable Christmas appearance at Sandringham are appreciated. Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section. If you found this discussion insightful, consider sharing it and subscribing for future updates. Thank you for your engagement and have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back with more tomorrow.